morning and welcome to Southlands. Friends of Southlands have been working diligently behind the scenes for months now, the last several months, to bring you a fundraiser for the restoration and preservation of the Southlands estate. You first learned about the Friends of Southlands back in March of this year. Let me first start by introducing our Vice Chair, Mrs. Grace Young, and our environmental consultant, Mr. Stuart Hayward. And we have other members, but unfortunately they were unable to be here this morning. And just wanted to say that our fundraiser will be taking place on October the 18th, Friday, October the 18th, at the beautiful Waterville in Paget. That is the National Trust headquarters. And it will be an international wine and cheese tasting along with live jazz music. So that is the first of many fundraisers to come for the Friends of Southlands, so that we can help to restore and preserve this beautiful historic estate. And let me just turn you over now to Senator Alexis Swan, where she has remarks from the Minister. Thank you.
Good morning. I am pleased to be here today speaking on behalf of the Minister of Environment and Planning, the Honorable Sylvan Richards, JP MP, on the rebirth of Southlands into a national park, one of which Bermuda can truly be proud. Our ministry has its mission to lead Bermuda towards sustainability by protecting our natural and built environment. Essentially, it is our role to ensure that there is a balance between Bermuda's social, economic, and environmental needs. That is why this government made it a priority in the 2013 throne speech to commit to the creation of Southlands National Park, which will inevitably benefit us socially, environmentally, and perhaps even economically. It certainly represents a wonderful opportunity to create another open space for the enjoyment of Bermudians and visitors alike. Numerous studies have shown that parks and open spaces play a vital role in the well-being of the residents that live in these areas, in terms of stress reduction, anger management, boosting creativity, and promoting a general sense of happiness. They provide a quiet place for reflection, somewhere to go to spend time with family members and friends, to exercise, perhaps a retreat away from the hustle and bustle of everyday life, and create a sense of personal well-being. We need these spaces, especially in a country as densely populated and developed as Bermuda. Only Macau, Monaco, Hong Kong, Singapore, Gibraltar, the Gaza Strip are more crowded than Bermuda. In fact, the government's Sustainable Development Plan states that 2/3 of Bermuda is covered by land uses that involve built development. Residential development consumes almost 45% of the island. Our sustainability is enhanced by the creation of protected natural spaces such as Southlands and preserving them for future generations. So thank you to our partner, Friends of Southlands, for keeping this very important national issue at the forefront of everyone's minds. As many of you will be aware, the Department of Parks and Conservation Services are working together to produce a restoration plan and a management plan for the property, which is roughly the same size as the Botanical Gardens. The Department of Parks will be responsible for the day-to-day running of Southlands National Park and has already done some major cleanups of the site to remove dumped litter and industrial rubble. Parks have recently erected gates to prohibit rubble dumping. The next step is for the estate to become incorporated into the Parks Act through legislation for it to become a public park. This is expected to be done within the next couple of months when it comes before the House of Assembly. Much historical research and numerous site visits have been undertaken to come up with a theme for Southlands, and we hope to be an extensive public consultation process on this in the near future to hear the public's views and suggestions. What we do know is that it has much potential to hold both native and endemic species of vegetation and also be an amenity park for the passive recreation. The pristine woodland and coastal estate is home to a unique collection of natural life and history. Within these 37 acres, there is every possible habitat that Bermuda has, apart from mangrove. There are ponds, a stretch of stunning coastline, and sheltered quarry sites, as well as wooded hillsides and numerous historical sites of interest, such as the graveyard and old buildings. In short, Southlands is a Bermuda treasure. There is something here for everyone. Of course, this wouldn't be possible if it wasn't for the Bermudian businessmen Craig Christensen, Brian Dupereau, and Nelson Hunt, who helped to facilitate the land swap agreement, which saw the estate pass from government in return for Morgan's Point. In closing, I would like to encourage people to attend the fundraiser that FOS will be hosting at the National Trust property at Waterville on October the 18th, and also to reiterate the ministry's commitment to preserving the Southlands property for future generations. Thank you. I would now like to take this time to just explain a little bit about Southlands and how excited I am to be one of the patrons of the Friends of Southlands upcoming fundraising event held on October 18th, as just said. This is a cause which is dear to me for several reasons, not the least of which is because the Southlands is in the Warwick Southeast, the constituency I ran in during the election last year. In canvassing and meeting with residents of Constituency 24, I heard many of them express concern and frustration at the state and future of Southlands. It was out of that concern that Friends of Southlands was born. Friends of Southlands formed in order to support and maintain the property through its transition into a national park for the community and future generations to enjoy. Key players in the Department of Environment and Planning, including Minister Richards, Conservation Services, Parks, BEST, and other special interest groups have stepped forward to support the efforts of Friends of Southlands. All of that support has helped bring about the first Friends of Southlands fundraising event. The group will be holding a wine and cheese, as I said, on October the 18th at the wonderful National Trust property, Waterville. Doors open at 7 p.m. and during the course of the evening, the very talented James Richardson Ensemble will soothe guests while they enjoy sampling international wine and cheeses, all while supporting this very worthwhile event. Funds raised from this event will go toward the maintenance of the grounds of Southlands. I would encourage everyone to mark your calendars for October 18th and come out and support this truly worthy cause. This is just the first step in a multi-stage project to restore this wonderful jewel in Bermuda's landscape. I look forward to seeing you at this inaugural event for Friends of Southlands. Tickets can be purchased at Orchid Nail Spa or by calling 238-1227. Patron tickets are on sale for $125 and general admission will be $75. Thank you. I would now like to turn it over to the Acting Premier, the Honorable Michael Dunkley, JP, MP.
Thank you very much. Junior Minister Senator Swan, Friends of Southlands, and the media, it is a pleasure to be here today. Often in the day-to-day of political life, you don't have the unique opportunity to come to such a wonderful occasion. But today I have the unique opportunity to come here for a fantastic announcement. And anyone who's watching on TV tonight might have seen me during the speeches. I was paying attention. You're always told at a press conference to look right at the camera. But when you're in such a unique environment, a jewel, as Senator Swan has said, you have to look around at what surrounds you here. It's such a beautiful environment that I had to look around while I listened to what you have to say. And I urge all Bermudians to come up and take a look at Southlands because it is a real treasure. A couple of things I would like to say. First off, congratulations to the Ministry of Parks and Environment and Friends of Southlands for building a very unique relationship. The parks throughout the island are handled by the ministry, clearly, but Friends of Southlands, through much negotiations with the ministry, have managed to work out an arrangement where we can work together to get some things done. And I think that's very important. It speaks to us as a small community needing to work together more to improve our community. So thank you to the Friends of Southlands for stepping forward and actually spending a lot of time and energy to make a success of a very worthy cause. So I wish you all the best, and I urge all Bermudians to come out in October to support this very worthy fundraising event. The second thing I'd like to say is about the uniqueness of this property. We're blessed to live in paradise, but sometimes we take for granted everything around us in Bermuda. And there are many organizations that have worked very hard through many years to try to protect some of our national treasures. And the government has worked very closely with many of these organizations to do that. With the passage of this land from the individuals that were mentioned by the junior minister, I think it was back in 2007, just before the last general election, we have an opportunity now to create another fantastic park for Bermuda. There's much work to be done. As the junior minister said, we've got to create the legislation. That's part of your responsibility now with the minister. So now you've said it on public airways. You have to make sure it happens later on. We have to create the legislation to make it happen, but also we need to restore this property to something that we can all be proud of and have Bermudians enjoy and have our visitors enjoy. And so there's a lot of work to be done, but I'm sure with the team that surrounds me here today and the minister who's off the island, we will get it done. And I urge all Bermudians not only to support this park and all other parks throughout the island, but to get out and visit them. We live in stressful times. All of our lives are quite stressed from day to day. It's amazing just how relaxing it can be to get out into one of our national treasures just a couple hours every week. If you can, 45 minutes a day. Walk the beach, walk to parks. It's amazing how you can detox and get ready for the next day. We create these treasures with a lot of investment behind them, a lot of infrastructure involved. Bermudians should use them. We will be a stronger and healthier community. So thank you, and thank you again, Junior Minister, and Friends of Southlands and the department for all you've done. Congratulations.
At this time, I would just like to invite our environmental consultant for Friends of Southlands, Mr. Stuart Hayward. There's going to be a cleanup the following week after the fundraiser, and so I'm going to invite Mr. Hayward just to give you some info on the dates and how you can participate. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. As the president of the Bermuda Environmental and Sustainability Task Force, BEST, we wish to extend our thanks to Connie Frith Black for her leadership in the Friends of Southlands, especially for seeing the need to involve Southlands neighbors and even the wider community in caring for this incredible oasis in a Bermuda that is incrementally becoming more crowded and more in need of undeveloped space. BEST has a special attachment to Southlands. It was here that BEST cut its teeth in our role as environmental activists and protectors of Bermuda's dwindling open spaces. We are therefore pleased to join with the Friends of Southlands and the Department of Conservation Services and the Department of Parks for a week of restoration and cleanup that we hope will hasten the conversion of Southlands into a national park. The restoration will run from Monday the 21st of October through Wednesday the 23rd, with Thursday and Friday of that week being reserved if we get rain. Conservation Services will be supplying expertise and management for the cleanup plan, and BEST will be seeking out volunteers and companies to donate time and equipment towards supporting the teams from Conservation Services and Parks. If there are individuals and companies that wish to support this restoration effort by supplying manpower and equipment, please contact the BEST office. On Saturday, October 26th, there will be an open house where we will invite members of the public to visit and view the property on that Saturday and share in our vision of its potential, what's in store for the neighborhood and what's in store for Bermuda when it will be finally opened as a public park. The open house will include tours designed and/or conducted by David Wingate to show the remarkable features of the property, and BEST will be selling T-shirts to celebrate Southlands. We will be inviting other NGOs to set up stands around the main house to showcase their organizations. From late afternoon until late evening, we will be hosting a beach party and bonfire with live entertainment. It will be a special occasion. That's on the 26th. Of course, you'll be hearing more about this as we get closer to the time. But for now, please set aside Friday, October 18th for the jazz concert and wine and cheese tasting, and the week leading up to October 26th for sprucing up the property and enjoying the setting of what will be this newest addition to Bermuda's park system. Thank you very much.
Questions, anyone? Yes? Yes.
You're holding a fundraiser for the cleanup and maintenance of Southlands.
Yes.
Can you give us an indication of roughly how much it is anticipated to cost to convert the place into a national park?
At this point in time, we have no idea. We are working from scratch. As you can see, it has been quite some time since the grounds have been maintained. And that is the reason why we have the support of so many organizations behind this fundraiser. So I cannot say exactly how much.
And there's been rubble dumping, you said, dumping here?
There has been dumping of debris, but Parks has done a very good job at cleaning that up, removing those items. But the bulk of the attention will be going to the grounds.